CRM tutorials. Today we're going to be talking about events. This will be the first of a 4-part series of events tutorials. The purpose of this tutorial today is to familiarize yourself with how to create a draft event and an overview of the event layout. So first we're going to walk through creating a draft event. Then we'll give you an overview of the different tabs within an event. And lastly, we'll discuss editing, sharing, and duplicating an event. Let's begin. Here we are on the CRM homepage. The first thing I'd like to point out before we dive into events is where we are. This will not look exactly like what you see as a user. We see here at the very top that we're in a sandbox. This is a practice environment that I'm going to be using for these demos, just for your awareness. What you'll also notice, if you used this system before, is that we have a lot of tabs up here on the navigation bar, many of which you will not have access to as a standard user. For example, here you see one of the tabs says CRM Events. For you, you'll just see Events. Again, just be aware that not all of you will see these tabs when using the system. So, the first place I'm going to go when creating a new event is the Events homepage. I'm going to do that by clicking Events on the navigation bar. From here, it's going to take us to the Events homepage, where you'll notice it's going to automatically populate with your recently viewed events. We want to create a new event today, so what I'm going to do is going to the top right-hand corner of this event's homepage, I'm going to click New. From here, you'll notice that a pop-up arises asking you to enter specific information for this event. Notice that many of these fields have a red star next to them. These are required fields that you need to enter in order to create your draft event. First thing I'm going to do is name my event. There are several different statuses for our event, but I'm going to leave it in draft status for now since we're still creating our event. I'll only move it into open status when we're ready to send invitations and allow guests to begin registering for our event. Then I'll enter our event start date and time. Next, I'll enter RSVP display date and RSVP display time. This is what's going to appear on the RSVP page that your invitees will receive via email. If host account doesn't automatically populate, you'll need to select your account. This will either be your mission or bureau. If a language does not populate when you select your account, that's okay. It'll automatically default as English once you save the event. Next, I want to determine how many additional guests I would like to allow invitees to bring. I will choose 1 so that each of the guests that I invite are allowed to bring up to 1 additional guest to the event. Invitee name format is the format in which the name will appear on invitations and other outgoing emails. I'm going to leave it as formal name. Lastly, maximum number of attendees. This is the cap that you want to set for how many attendees will be allowed to register for the event. Once you're satisfied with the information that you've entered in these required fields, click Save. You can always go back and edit these fields if you wish later on. And just as the message says at the top of the screen, we've created our draft event. The next thing I want to go over now that we've created our draft event is just a quick overview of what this event page actually looks like. Each event will have these 6 tabs. The first tab is Event Details. These are the details that you just entered in your draft event, as well as a few additional fields that you may update. Below those details are your event statistics. There are many different statistics here that will update in real time as the information within our event changes. For more information about what each of these statistics represent, you can hover over the information icon next to each of them. The next tab is the Guest List tab. In our following tutorials, we're going to show you how to add guests in different ways on this tab. Additionally, this is the same tab that you'll use to check in your guests at the time of the event. Next is the RSVP Setup tab. What you will notice is all the information related to the RSVP page, which is where your guests will navigate to decide to either attend or decline your event. This is where you can enter the RSVP display title, which is typically the name of your event, as well as the RSVP page body, where you can add additional information relevant to the event. Of course, it's important for your attendees to know where to go to attend this event. Just below, you can enter the address of where your event will take place. This is important so that the map on the RSVP page is accurate as well. The next tab is messaging. This is where you will customize and send out your email invitations, email follow-ups, and printed invitations. We will walk through this tab in more detail in the following videos. The next couple of tabs are not used as frequently, but important. The Related tab is going to show you all your information related to this event. Most importantly, this is where you can upload files related to the event and where donations will be recorded. Lastly, the All Fields tab consolidates all the editable fields on the event into one place. Each of these fields can be found and edited from other tabs we looked at. That wraps up our overview of each of the different tabs within this event. The last thing I'd like to cover is editing, sharing, and duplicating an event. So as we saw in these different tabs, you have the ability to edit each event by clicking on any one of the pencil icons to change the information in these fields. You can also click the edit button up in the top right of the page as well. This will take you to a familiar page. It is actually the same page where we created the draft event. Here we can quickly change the status if we'd like. Sharing an event is very important. Every event created is private, and only the creator can view and edit the event until they share it with another person. A lot of times we'll have more than one person needing to work on and organize an event. By clicking Sharing, we have the ability to search for other users within our mission and share this event with them so that we can have multiple people working on a single event at the same time. It's as easy as simply clicking Share or Unshare as we wish. Lastly, duplicating an event. Oftentimes, we have events that occur on a regular basis, whether it be monthly events or annual events such as the 4th of July celebration. Rather than creating a new event from scratch time after time, we can always duplicate a past event by clicking Duplicate Event. Here it gives you a few options to make your event creation more convenient. It allows you to choose whether you would like to copy over the guest list, RSVP content, and/or messaging content to your new event. Then you just click Save. This concludes our CRM tutorial. For additional resources, you can visit CRM HQ, which has all CRM related news and updates. Resources, which you can find on the CRM homepage as well. This includes the user guide, QRGs, videos, and more. And lastly, you can contact our customer support desk at iipsupport@state.gov for any additional questions or issues that you have around CRM. If you require further support or would like to provide additional feedback, please do get in touch with IIP Office of Digital at state.gov. Thanks for watching.